This playthrough is rated E10+.
Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare back here with another episode of Sly 4, Thieves in Time. In the last episode, we escaped from jail with the help of our Freebird, or I forgot what it was called, a Jailbird outfit. We saved our ancestor, and now we've got to get ourselves ready to go to fight Toothpick and his ilk, and get everything back to... oops, I went the wrong way. Hopefully I can get there in time. No! Don't take too long. No! Woo! Okay, good. Sorry, I was not paying attention. I was for a second there. I was like, no! I better just focus. And anyway, let's. I just wanted to show at least getting one treasure on screen. But yeah, now the kid's back in ready action. We gotta kick the sheriff off of his high horse and get him knocked into the manure or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, I just wanted to show at least getting a treasure on screen so that way we can... One less thing I have to do later when I go back near the end of the game and probably do all the bottle collecting and everything like that. Probably the longest episode will be whenever I do Chapter 3, because that's when we can actually get the ability to find bottles and stuff like that. But we'll get to that when we get to that. But first, it's time for It's time for Bentley to make a plan to figure out how to, maybe reduce the sheriff's power just a little bit. We also found out he was a gangster from a gangster who really liked westerns. I really like westerns too, but I don't want to go back in time and be a cowboy or anything like that. And I know what it was like back. Okay, I don't actually know what it is like, but I've read a lot of accounts of how life was like back in the West. I don't think I would like it, especially with all my modern conveniences, of regular showers, being able to get food whenever I want, not getting shot. Well, never mind. I was gonna say something else, but I'm like, yeah, that might still be the case. Anyway, okay, let's do Bentley's little story. Yeah, I'm not gonna steal. Oh yeah, I guess I could have bought some stuff from the thief shop. I had a few extra dollar dues, but yeah, we'll do that later. Well, one from getting the treasure, and two from stealing a couple of treasures from picking some pockets.
Okay, the first order of business is getting Tennessee his guns back.
Well, it's just the one gun now. I upgraded. But yeah, I need my shooting iron back.
Agreed. According to my sources, Toothpick closed this old gold mine several months ago, declaring it unsafe. In fact, he's converted it to a storage facility for his stolen goods, including Tennessee's gun. We'll need to take measures with this job so as not to arouse suspicion. So, employing a masterful disguise, I'll tail Toothpick to the mine's entrance and mark it with a homing beacon. Murray, you'll then use the beacon to find your way there. Toothpick's sure to have secured the entrance, so we'll need your formidable skills to get it open. Then, once we have access, Tennessee can get in and get his gun back. Let's get to work. Okay,
all right, we put on our...
this guy. I better stay close, but out of direct sight.
There, we get seen already. That would have been bad. But yeah, we gotta put on our dapper mustache.
There's just something mighty soothing about all that gold. Ouch, my boots.
Or you just like the
grow a real mustache.
I can, but it's not a very good mustache. I have what we call redneck syndrome, where my facial hair doesn't grow right, so I have patches and stuff like that. And it's I can't be a manly man, unfortunately. Oh well, you don't have to be a beard to be a man, but because some women can grow beards too, so they're very handsome women.
On that highfalutin show-off, Tennessee Kid Cooper, I make sure
highfalutin. Yeah, you don't hear that term very often. That's more of a term for basically snobbish or hoity-toity.
Take my mind off the heat.
Yeah, highfalutin is more of a old Western term for that, basically. The only reason I know these terms, other than from watching.
With air conditioning.
Yeah, it would have been pretty... I assume they're probably somewhere in like either Texas or Arizona at this point.
Without my poster? I'm going to have to rectify that when I get back.
I think they said at the beginning where we... What's up with the game suddenly, like, starting a conversation and it stops all of a sudden?
The old mine. There's just something mighty soothing about all that gold. Ouch.
Okay, he's repeating himself. So, but yeah, our good friend...
close, but not too close.
A good friend, Bentley, kind of looks like an old soda jerk or a barbershop quartet singer. I will be in the...
If nobody's going to find this entrance, time to take a little look at my gold.
All right, time to open up a can of hack. Oh, scorpions! Guys, help!
Yeehaw! The cavalry's a-coming!
Don't worry, Bentley. I got the bug spray right here.
I mean, I live in a place that has a pretty decent, like, scorpion population. Well, not as big as maybe, like, other states, but those are some big scorpions. And then again, we do live in an anthropomorphic world of
Murray is getting gold fever.
gold. I like gold. Gold member would be a fan of this place, or what is it, Karnov? No, I forgot the first villain that they fight or that they encounter in DuckTales, who's like so obsessed with gold. He's like, I want my gold. You know, the guy was basically apparently that was the same episodes where you find out there's like a gold sickness that makes you like hiccup and everything like that. I don't know. I think that show still holds up after all these years. I mean, there might be a few episodes here and there that DuckTales might not hold up, but I think relatively, I think it was a pretty well-made show. I mean, maybe nostalgia's talking there. I've heard the new series isn't bad either. I've only watched the first episode, but because I don't want to get like Disney streaming services or whatever. All right, now that we've dealt a major blow to the ecosystem, let's hack this thing. And too bad there aren't really places like soda jerk places anymore, or soda shops anymore, where you know you could. I mean, there still are cream parlors, but it's not the same thing. There are a few places, at least in my country, that they still kind of exist, but they're definitely more niche. Maybe it's because there is only like one or two of them that they can kind of survive, because back in the day they were kind of regular.
Elastic projectiles. Perfect.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to like. Yeah, Bentley basically said these allow them to ricochet and stuff like that, so you can prevent damage by if you're good at geometry, or if you can just.
Whoa! I can't take this security on directly. Time to bounce some
Well, you
shots
could.
around
I mean, just the consequences of doing so would be dangerous. To go a day and night without sleeping because of this? No, wait, that's from another game. I tend to do that a lot sometimes. I'll like say a phrase and I'll remember like hearing it in another game or something like that, and I'll mention it, and people are like, "What are you talking about?" And I'm like, "Oh, right."
On that switch. If I press and hold the R2 button while moving the ship, I can close a damaging laser loop around a target.
Sorry, like because the dialogue's slightly delayed, it took me a second to realize what he was saying. So, oh, I guess I
need to use the data key on
I think I already. Yeah. Whoops. This is what happens when you don't record these episodes all the time. You forget little details. I say that every time I do an episode because I think it bears repeating. Yay! All right. Who's up for round 2?
Looks like I should just go with the electron flow in this thing.
Go with the flow, baby. Go with the flow. These guys
Yikes, just looking at that wormhole is making me dizzy. I better steer clear of that.
Oh man, I can't do that. That'd make me ill. Yeah. It'd make me nauseous. I'm nauseous. I'm nauseous.
I bet a laser loop around multiple switches would do the trick.
That's another cool ability there. I'm trying to remember what other games or have done the whole, like, have to make circles around things. I know I've seen that before. I can't quite remember. Okay. Let's reset back to normal.
I need to use the
Get
data
that
key on
key.
that lock to defeat the data key.
Yeah, you don't have to keep repeating that every time. Yeah, I see what I'm doing. The problems with modern gaming. Like, understand sometimes some stuff has to be told to us.
Looks like they brought out the big guns. I better tackle this big guy piece by piece. The bigger they are, the harder they fall.
Alright, I need a blue thing for these guys. Not too difficult to figure out the trajectory. I played pool in my day. I'm not very good at pool, but I played it.
I need to use the data key on that lock to
There's a lot of things I like playing, but I'm not very good at. Video game in general, when you think about it, I'm not actually very good at video games, but then again, I don't do it professionally, so we can forgive that. If you do it professionally and you suck, then maybe you want to change it back to a hobby or something like that instead of it being a profession.
Bingo,
Could I do competition gaming? Yeah, probably not. At my age, I don't think I could do that anymore. If I was younger, I could probably do it, but if I was born just a little bit younger, or later on, maybe, but I don't know if I'd want to. I feel like I have a completely different personality if I'd been born just a few years later. It's hard to say, though. We'll never know. Alright. Talk about being old. And I'm not even that old in the grand scheme of things. Talk about old. We're in the Wild West now. We gotta worry about varmints and all that other fun stuff. Yeah, I've noticed while I was messing with some stuff off screen just to kind of kind of get myself familiar before recording, and I realized this game has a pretty bad load times. I've noticed it takes it's like a lot longer than the previous games by far, even by 3. But 3 didn't have a lot of massive overlay on the open world, but in this game, yeah, as soon as you want to get to the main map,
Security,
boom.
thy game is hacked. Awesome, Murray. Okay, Tennessee, you're up.
Shoot! I'll be in and out quicker than a hyperactive rattlesnake.
Hey guys, this door's kinda heavy.
Alright, now time to play Tennessee himself, the kid. Yeah, just read the little dialogue up there if you don't remember the plot from the first game. I do like that the overall theme to most of these games tend to be somewhere around family, I think. You know, loss of family, getting new family, and all this other stuff. Or in this case, visiting old family in the terms of ancestors. I just find it funny that the Sly family has been all over the world. You know, because it apparently has descendants everywhere, so they get around, if you know what I mean.
Yeehaw! There's my gun! That's right! The kid is back in business!
Isn't that a grossly inefficient way
We
to...
need to get reacquainted. Let's see. First, I need to press and hold the L1 button to enter targeting mode. Once in targeting mode, I can use the right stick to place the cursor over a target. Then I just press the R1 button to pull the trigger. Yes, sir. It's all coming back to me.
But yeah, isn't this a pretty grossly inefficient cane? Because, like, if you set the cane on the ground, you're not supposed to put the barrel of a gun in the dirt. That would mean you have to clean the barrel. Actually, you have to clean your gun regularly anyway, but you know what I mean. Like, it could damage the, and aren't I shooting more bullets than just 6 shots?
Toothpick finds out.
It seems like, oh, you're right, we're playing a cartoon, so we have to go by cartoon logic. Where even though the barrel of the gun should only be able to shoot so many bullets before you reload, but, oh well. No, I'm not that. I don't care that much about it. I just like pointing out the inconsistencies. It's fun. It's fun being critical.
What in tarnation?
Can I just shoot the thing? There you go. Yeah. I wonder if they just looked up the big book of like Western terms before making the game. Just like, okay, what's Western? Tarnation, flippity gibbet, you know, yeehaw, and all that other stuff. No, I mean we don't. I mean all we can go by is like certain accounts, and a lot of people's modern accounts are just from movies, which most movies try to get more realistic these days, but it's still based off more Hollywood style representation than anything else.
Woo! This big old door is gonna require my crack shot technique. First, I press and hold the R2 button to enter crack shot mode. Next, I can use the right stick to move the cursor and draw a bead on multiple targets. Then I just release the R2 button to blast them. I can only use crack shot when my Cooper focus is full.
You're breaking the fourth wall there, Tennessee.
Shoot all those locks at the same time.
I don't know why you're doing that, man. Oh, that okay. I don't know why. Maybe I took too long in doing that. So basically Deadeye mode, right? For all intents and purposes.
Great shot, Tennessee.
But we can't call it whoops. I forgot to. I forgot to press circle there. Whoops.
Tennessee tried jumping to a different rail using the X button. Tennessee, I'm detecting a strong electric current on those rails. Keep your eyes open. Stop that electricity, Tennessee.
Watch that electricity. It's quite shocking indeed.
With his tail on fire.
What does that mean, dude?
Yep,
Wait, jackalopes
I
aren't
need
real,
to
aren't they?
keep pushing. You couldn't catch me
Okay,
with a
wait.
bolt of lightning.
Well, I mean, you'll need it if you need the want to generate the 1.21 gigawatts. What did he say in the movie? A giga? What the heck is a gigawatt? Isn't it kind of funny that when Marty says that, he's actually kind of being correct, because it's not giga, it's giga. So yeah, well, what can you do, right? I mean, me and a million other people pointed that out. I guess I didn't need to cause trouble immediately. I could have just snuck around and whatever, but
just run out of luck.
that's another, heard that term before. Maybe I am supposed to get caught or whatever. Oh well, whatever. Yeah, well, I think one of the few times like a Sly character has a straight out like modern day weapon, you know, like a gun.
What's
You know?
worse, the spiders or the scorpions?
Yeah, both pretty bad, I guess. Especially if they sneak. Well, they're only bad if they sneak up on you. That guy's got a lot of HP. Holy cow. In real life, one shot would be all it takes.
Skedaddle.
Skedaddle, battle. But yeah, spiders and scorpions aren't bad unless they surprise you. And what I mean is, like, if a scorpion like somehow gets in your shoe, that type of thing. Same, actually, spider or scorpion in your shoe would be bad. Although, I'm trying to remember, most scorpions I think are poisonous. Well, not all spiders are poisonous, but almost all scorpions are. So technically, scorpions are more dangerous than spiders. But spiders can go everywhere. But like I said, there's a good chance that they're not all poisonous, and a bite from them isn't gonna, unless you get bit by like a brown recluse or a black widow, then we have some trouble. Actually, brown recluse for the most part, which in the state I live in is actually, I wouldn't say common, but you're more likely to run into a brown recluse here than in some of the other states. Of course, that's the South for you. We're close to almost Australia when it comes to like dangerous critters. Although Australia beats well, maybe not every country, but a lot of countries by far when it comes to like just strange animals and insects and everything. Yeah, you should look up some Australian like insects. It's pretty wild. Unless you want to sleep at night, then I would probably say, maybe I just had to hold on to it. I bet I had to hold on to it. That's probably. think I keep accidentally like letting go of the button.
This is more fun than square dancing with a donkey.
What does that mean? No.
Ain't no better way to get around.
I wonder if some of these are actual southern like western terms. Or...
These rails are quicker than a six-legged coyote.
Yeah, I don't know. I think they're just making up stuff now. I don't believe you. I don't believe you when you do these things or say these things. But...
Ain't nothing stopping me now.
I wonder if Sam came up with some of the lines for this or not.
You're gonna have to shoot your way out, Tennessee.
I was just gonna shoot my way out anyway. Because I've got infinite bullets, if you know what I mean. Actually, I don't know why I say if you know what I mean. I've got infinite bullets. I cannot not have bullets.
Man, this ain't even fair for you.
That seems more modern. Yeah, not every line has to be a classic western line or whatever.
You hombres don't know
Sometimes you
when
just
to
gotta come up
quit.
with your own stuff. Otherwise, it'd be quite boring indeed. Although, I'll admit, most westerns tend to have the same, for the most part, tend to have the same like theme or plot going with it. Not all the time, but a good deal of them do. You know, usually, well, that's because of the popularity of Clint Eastwood and other movies like that. The mysterious gunslinger, which I've already explained, is basically a take on the Lone Samurai. Why are you shooting your guns in the air, dude? They're not even hitting me. That's grossly inefficient. Whoops. I didn't notice the red barrels there and blew myself to Kingdom Come. And luckily it didn't take me that long to get here, so it won't take me long to get back up. Reverse time. Why not, right? We have a time machine. I have a time machine. I can go back wherever I want to. Oh my god. I thought I got rid of you. I got rid of you and your tarnation. Need some healing. No one's dropping it. Oh, there's one. There's someone who dropped something.
You boys should have just skedaddled.
But I don't know what I don't know what I would say what my favorite Western trope is when it comes to like stories and everything like that. What do you think about that? I do kind of like the lone the high noon guns at dawn type of situation. That's pretty cool. Cool trope. Trying to think what else. The classic like train situation is always a good one. You know, having to like get on the train or whatever, whether have to rob it or chase someone or whatever. I know there's a lot of them. I'm just trying to really recall. You know, the guy gunning down like multiple guys at once. You know, just pulls out his gun and goes and fans the gun. You know.
All right, the door's open. Keep going, Tennessee. You need to
Keep
shoot that
going.
door open before you get there, Tennessee.
Oh, well, good thing. Good thing you told me such a thing, as in I wouldn't have figured it out. Oh, right. Oops. Get that one.
Bye.
Well, that was weird. It probably just got really, really angry or something like that. That was actually a decently long mission. I was kind of surprised, actually. Usually the missions are quite short. I don't know, I was kind of messing around a little bit, though, and got that treasure, but still. I don't know if I want to start another mission today, though, with that being as long as... I might go treasure hunting then and see if I can... Whoops, hit my mic. See if I can find a few more treasures before we... I think Sly's the only one who can... Actually, let's go to the Thieves Net. I think we should have a decent amount of money by this time, yeah. Let's see. Usually I want to buy stuff for Sly first. Yeah, silent obliteration. That one I want to mess with. Double tap, steer up. Oh, not enough money for that. Yeah, let me buy some. I'll just buy some weaker abilities. Okay. Yeah, silent obliteration is probably the one I'd want the most out of all of them. Yeah, before we start another mission, let's see if there's another treasure I could quickly get. Too bad it takes a hot minute to load the menu, though. And we could just sit here talking about the breeze and the trees, about life, love. Yeah, I would say this is. I mean, there's quite a few faults with the game. Not really apart from anything other than my own personal preferences. But yeah, loading times are probably one of my. You know, since we live in an age now where stuff loads pretty quickly now, it is kind of annoying to have it take so long. I'm trying to remember what I saw. I think there was like another one like over this way or something. I think. Yeah. I think it was over this way now, so. Because I remember seeing one when we were playing one of the first missions of the game. I could swear there was like one in the back corner of one of these places. And this is what happens when you do like have like the last bit of an episode be impromptu. You don't actually have a plan of what you're gonna do because for some reason thought it was gonna take a bit longer to took out that chicken dude. I guess I might as well grab bottles while I'm doing this at the same time. So I think maybe in the future I should like make a mental note of where all the treasures are so I can actually although with how much I'm lollygagging, I wonder if I even could have maybe finished a mission by the time, you know, depending how long they are. Yep. Time to wrangle some pigs. Haha. Your life is mine, Polka. Can't go that? Nope. Cannot. You know, I'm surprised the game lets you like just take out like poor innocent like pigs and stuff like that. It's so mean, man. Maybe I should have just called the episode there, just to, because I'm not finding any. I know there's quite a few of them. It's just I know there are some that you can't like get easily. Like you have to. Yeah, maybe there's a treasure out here in the. Oh, there we go. What's that? Cactus. Jeweled cactus. Well, let's see. All right. Let's see if we can. Maybe I should have grabbed that like rail sprint ability or whatever it was called. No. Dang it. Yeah, he took me out pretty. I was hoping to get around him. I was hoping to. Let's try that again. Luckily the treasure almost instantly respawns, so. It is almost better to take out a few dudes before you do this. Yeah, I should have got rail sprint or something. So, oh well. Hopefully I'll be able to get there in time. It gives you about a minute, so that's pretty generous. Whoops. I for some reason I thought there was like a bit more open area at that point. Be able to get there as long as I don't get seen. No. Ah, shoot. This is what I get for trying to like try to like take a shortcut. Yeah, I'm probably not gonna make it in time. Oh, that sucks. Oh, well. Maybe? No. There we go. Woo! That was closer than it should have been, actually. Diamond cactus, huh? Well, at least there's one extra. There's actually a bonus for getting all the treasures in each level as well, which I'll show you whenever we get to that. So, all right, well, it looks like we've made enough progress today. We got Tennessee, his old cane back, so now he's got his, a big iron on his hip now, which will be a very big help for us in the future. But what will the missions entail? How will we defeat Toothpick and put make the West one again? Find out next time in the next episode, Sly 4, Thieves in Time. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.